And good afternoon, everybody, and a special welcome for a brand new, I don't know, middle of the day broadcast, one we haven't really done yet. But there's so much going on this weekend in Cape Coral that we wanted to take an opportunity to interview some folks that are in charge of the amazing art festival that's going on in Cape Coral, that's been going on for many, many decades, and get as much detail out there as we can about the art festival. And let's first start off with Dennis. Dennis, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Rotary, how you got involved, and then we'll get into what's going on this weekend with the festival.
All right. Well, my name is Dennis Shelton. I'm with the Cape Coral Rotary Club. I joined a little more than 5 years ago because I was doing a lot in the community and service above self. And the Rotary was just a good fit at the time. So that's how I came to be with the club.
And how if you can give us a little history of how the Rotary got involved in the art festival or launched the art festival, some history of that.
So
about there 5 years, and I know this has been going on a lot longer. So,
yeah, about 41 years ago, the club wanted to do something special for the community, and Vanessa can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I believe it was Chris Jacobson that spearheaded a lot of the movement and the building of it, and created the Art Fest, which originally was a very small, took place on Cape Coral Parkway, and it was small. Just featured some artists and some, local talent and whatever. And then over the years began to grow and grow as it gained notoriety across the nation. And eventually a few years ago incorporated a little bit of a business showcase. And that took off like a little weed on its own as well. And then over the last few years, last year we did a boat show incorporation at the end, which was met with wonderful results from the community, but very, very mixed reviews from our artists and stuff. So we pulled that out this year and focused back on our artists, and which has got us a really good turnout this year. The art festival itself focuses on the creativity of the artist. They're not just somebody that is reselling little bits and pieces that they picked up over different places or the internet. They're actually artists. They actually create these works. We have a group that goes through and determines the quality of the artist, make sure we don't have duplicates of the artist. If we do have duplicates, there's a little process that they go through to ensure that we get the better of the artist, so to speak, but I think that's a little loose term, but yeah.
So Vanessa, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with the Arts Festival.
Yeah, absolutely. So Vanessa Chaviano, I've been a member of the club as well for a little over 5 years. I was brought in at the end of the 5th year to support the marketing for the event. I think at the time, I was one of the youngest members of the club.
Yep.
So I have a background in digital advertising. So kind of that's where I brought in my strength to bring it more into common, I'd say, cultural terms of the culture of just more digital, right? So a lot more of social media marketing, just digital campaigns to spread and create awareness of the event. Again, this is its 41st year. We have artists that have been with the event since its inception. They've been coming back consistently every single year, and we love that. But we also just want to make sure we're expanding our footprint and just getting the best of the best at our event to share it here in Lee County and Cape Coral, because this is what our club uses the funds from this event to sponsor and do different things in the community as a part of our give back and service above self.
So how many vendors do you approximately do you have at this year's event?
Yeah, so there's just over 200 artists, and I want to say just under 100 on the business side for the business showcase, as Dennis mentioned. The artists that we have come in are juried. There's a committee that goes through a process for that. We have local artists and jewelers who participate in the committee to score them. We have artists that are mixed media. So there's anything from digital to paint to sculpture. jewelry crafts, we have furniture, woodworking, all of that inside of the art festival. And then the business showcase is obviously a lot of our local business, service-based businesses here in Southwest Florida. We want to showcase and give thanks to them as well, because they are the lifeblood of this community, obviously having their business here. So it's an opportunity for them to get in front of the foot traffic that we bring in on this weekend.
So what is the cost for an artist or a business to have a tent or a booth set up?
I want to say it's like $639, if that's correct, for the artist. Right. And the business booth is just under that, and that covers for both weekends. On record or on average, it's just under like 140,000 people is what comes through in that weekend.
Yes.
We work also with the TDC, the local TDC, in partnership with grants to bring in that foot traffic, to increase our bed stays in our hotels, to again drive in that travel and tourism. So we're always kind of again marketing on the outsides as well to bring more people here.
And you said both weekends. Did you mean one weekend, both days?
One weekend, my apologies. So okay. Saturday.
I just want to make sure. Okay.
Saturday it's from 10 to 5 and Sunday it's from 10 to 4.
So is it all kinds of different art? Is it just people that paint, or what kind of? I mean, I'm not an artist, so I apologize for the dumb questions. But
no, it's a little bit of everything, to be quite honest. There's acrylic, there's painting, there's digital art, there's woodworking, there's clay, there's jewelry, there's every mixed media that you can think of. We have that on the artist side of the event. And
Dennis, where do the artists come from?
There's quite a few of them that are local, but they come from all over the country. So we get some artists coming in from pretty far north, because this event is in the top 5 events in the country, rated by the Sunshine Arts magazine and many other publications. So we have a large draw with us bringing in over 140,000 people over the weekend. We're also one of the largest events in Lee County. So we get pretty well recognized for this event. And so we got a pretty good draw.
When you said there were juried events, do you give away prizes for the best artists?
Yep. So there's ribbons throughout for first place, second place, third place, depending on the category. There are cash prizes attached to that as well.
Gotcha. Yeah. And go ahead, Dennis. Sorry.
No, I was just saying, yep.
Yeah. So when does the event actually start, so people know when they can get there early? And I know it looked like the road closures from the city were starting Friday night.
Correct. So Friday night, we break everything down and close everything off, and it opens up Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And it'll go from 10 to 5 on Saturday, and then Sunday it's from 10 to 4 p.m.
And can you guys give the folks that may be watching an idea of, okay, they're going to if they're coming from outside of Cape Coral, coming over the bridge, can you kind of give them some direction? Okay, here's where it's going to be blocked off, and here's where you should go park, so that maybe a little bit of help of where to go.
Yeah, so we block off right at Del Prado when you're coming over the bridge. So once they're coming over the bridge, they'll only have an option to go left or right on Del Prado, because they can't pass it to go down the parkway. So you'll be able to go left or right and kind of take those back streets on 47th or Lafayette on the other side. We're waiting to finalize our map with the city, and we'll have that posted because we use the city parking lots, their public parking spaces along kind of the South Cape. For anyone to park in for the event.
Okay, we'll look forward to getting that map. And is there an admission cost for folks, or is it free?
It's absolutely free.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just walk right up.
Okay. And again, the road will be closed off. So if you're coming from Fort Myers, when you say the bridge, on our side of it, it's the Cape College Parkway. Okay. Yeah. Cape Coral College Parkway Bridge. And anything else about the details of the entire weekend that you want people to know about that we may have missed?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
go ahead.
Absolutely.
You first.
We have our food vendors as well. So we do have food at the event. With the artists, we have a premier artist area. So those are the higher juried artists that are selected. That's sponsored by Aubuchon. They kind of have that section. So they're kind of off closer to the bridge by the Holiday Inn area. So those are kind of a little bit more finer detail workings, artists in that area. And then as you move further I guess what west into the Cape, you'll kind of hit the rest of the artists. You'll hit our nonprofit booths as well. Lake Michigan Credit Union, who sponsored the event, sponsored our nonprofit booth, which is awesome. So it's an opportunity for them to share their organization and get that information out into the public. So we'll have our nonprofit booths along with the artists, and then you'll hit the business showcase as well, which is our local service businesses here.
And then in addition to that, we have the student art spotlight again this year. So that'll be off to the side near the business showcase. We'll also have the youth business showcase as well. So that'll be young entrepreneurs that actually have businesses that are under 18, and their businesses will be showcased towards the end of the business showcase area. So that's kind of really exciting as well. The student art spotlight will be going on all weekend as well. So yeah.
Yeah. And Dennis, I noticed you had to read everything and Vanessa had everything memorized. So now I can
That's why she's here.
Now, if somebody wants to get involved in, I know it's probably too late for this year, but if somebody sees it and they want to be involved in sponsorship for next year, or they're an artist that goes to the show, what is the process? Go to the website or call somebody?
Yeah. So website, email, or call. Typically, the applications open in May. So obviously applications are already closed for this event for this year, but for the 2027 event, applications will open in May. And those for artists stay open from May through end of September typically. And then the business showcase opens in May as well. And that typically runs right through December. So any business showcase that wants to get involved, they have a little bit of a longer period because the artists have to be juried and there's a little bit more of a selection process there. So typically I would say look out in May.
And lastly, tell everybody why it's important to be part of an organization like the Rotary.
The Rotary, the whole function of Rotary is service above self. We give back to the community in many forms. We have our own foundation, our own 501c3. So events like this generate funds that go into our foundation, which we in turn give to the Caring Center, scholarships, the community garden, the Rotary Park, and many, many other things in the community, as well as the applications for grants that we get from other charities, and not just locally, but that request extra funding. So this event, along with a few of our other events like the Cardboard Boat Regatta and stuff, are very important. And if anybody ever wants to get involved with all of that, we welcome volunteers, whether they're Rotary members or we meet every Wednesday morning at the Cove on the 4th floor in the gray building. And we'd love to have anyone come and visit for breakfast and see who and what we are and look at joining our club.
And to add to that too, I mean, for the club itself, obviously, as Dennis mentioned, it's all of those things, it's service above self. But I think one key thing to take away from this event, I think there's always been maybe a misunderstanding or a concept that this was always a city event. And from its inception, this event has always been put on by the Cape Coral Rotary. We have other Rotary clubs locally that come in and volunteer and help facilitate this event. But this event is truly a community event where all the funds that we raise do go back into the community. And I think the biggest maybe notable locally here in the Cape is the safety benches that were put in a few years back after the accident with Layla, who was hit and unfortunately passed away. Our club took our funds and worked with other organizations as well, just like Kiwanis, to create those safety benches around the city of Cape Coral at bus stops. Obviously protecting our kids. So there's projects like that and so many others, organizations like Dennis mentioned that we support, like the Cape Coral Animal Shelter, the Caring Center. We work with Kiwanis a lot of the times. We have interact clubs, different things. So yes, you can volunteer. High school students need those volunteer hours. Middle school students and National Junior Honor Society need those volunteer hours. So we are always open, to take in anyone that wants to help and give back to the community.
Yeah, and I don't think people realize, maybe you guys do for sure, I know you guys do for sure, how many volunteers it takes to pull off a 2-day event, not just a 1-day event, but a 2-day event. You got all the side streets that need to be blocked off, and you have all the tents that need to be set up, and this person doesn't have an extension cord long enough to reach the power and things like that. It's a boatload of volunteers.
Absolutely. It takes everyone and then some to get it done, and it is all hours. of the night, and we have fun. I mean, it's me and Dennis have always worked together in our area, breaking down the streets. So we do our thing, but it's to bring arts and culture to the community, to showcase our community to other people and to people that maybe aren't familiar with Cape Coral. And it's just to share what we're about, but also just bring those funds back into the community to reinvest as well.
When is the oh, sorry, Dennis, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, and in recognition of the committees and that work on this, the time that we invest literally starts within 2 weeks after this event closes.
Yeah.
The committees reform, and we all start working again to do this same project the next year, but it takes the entire year to put this whole project together. All volunteers, nobody gets paid.
You mentioned the regatta before. Do you have a date for that you can share?
The cardboard, go ahead.
March 21st is the cardboard boat regatta.
And where do they hold that?
That's at Seahawk Park in North Cape. So obviously that's another event where you build your boat out of cardboard. So that's also a really good time to see kind of what people are able to put together. And that's also another fundraising event that we do at the club.
And once again, give out the website address for the art festival.
It's CapeCoralArtFestival.com.
Great. Thank you guys so much for coming on, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.